Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we are back in our trusty Kenworth W900 for another action-packed adventure on the roads of American Truck Simulator. Go ahead and hop in the cockpit here. See what kind of job offers we're looking at here. We are currently in Elko, Nevada at some kind of car dealership, I guess. Two options here. Both are kind of rush jobs. And the problem is we're not very well rested, so I'm not entirely sure we can even finish this delivery in the amount of time allotted, because we're probably going to stop and rest. But you know what? What the hell? It's just a game, man. We're going to go ahead and try it. It's just a game. Or is it? That mirror hooked up, get ourselves backed up and connect to this load. These car dealerships are really tricky because the load is almost always wedged in amongst the cars. And then you've got the actual dealership right there. Service entrance off to our left. I think we can safely turn the wipers off. The weather has turned nice. That goes for the lights as well. No, I don't want to have any wipers. Let's go ahead and hit the road. We have 26 hours to get this done. This is not going to be a problem whatsoever. We can stop and rest. I was thinking we had much less than that. That's good news, because I do not like to have late deliveries. It's only happened a couple of times. Game Block Trucking Company prides itself on being timely. Alright, got a guy coming there. Is he going to let us go? Let's four-way stop. We're going, dude. Oh, come on! Okay, he's turning. Who cares? Pretty nice truck he's got. He could use a little splash of paint on there. So in our last video, you remember we had the sunshade on. You'll notice that I have taken that off. That thing, it looked badass from the outside, but when you're in the cockpit, or cab, or whatever you call the interior of a semi-truck, cabin I suppose is the closest thing. You're behind the wheel of the truck, who cares what it looks like on the outside? The only time it really comes in is into photo mode. I was kind of pissed though. It was like $400 to have it taken off the truck. That's lame. So I basically invested $1,000 into that sunshade. It's like lighting it on fire, because I ran one mission with it, took it off. It wasn't good for broadcasting. It wasn't good for driving. I want to see this beautiful world. Oh shit. Get over there, panel van. I want to see this beautiful world that SCS has so painstakingly rendered for us. I don't want it hidden behind a big metal shield, no matter how cool it looks on the outside of the truck. That's one creepy looking van. Kind of looks like a UPS van. It's a beautiful day. When we launched this mission, you saw I had my wipers and my lights on. Well, that's because on the way over to the car dealership, it was raining pretty heavily, but the skies have cleared and we've got clear sailing to, I think this load is going to Bakersfield. Of course, in Nevada we can crank this thing up to 80 miles an hour. I'm not really comfortable with going that fast, especially on these curvy roads like this, but you can really cover some time when you're in Nevada as opposed to California, where there is a very strict 55 mile an hour speed limit for trucks. Construction zone off on the right there. We go through this funky tunnel. I think everybody's kind of brake checking here. What's going on? There's a reduced speed there. Cop directly ahead of me there. So tunnels are really nice in this game. There's a couple of them. There's one outside of LA as well. Guys, I cannot wait until they expand this game. I know Arizona DLC is coming soon. I can't wait to check out more. Whoa, did you see that in the mirror? Like that mountain just like disappeared. That's really strange. We can turn this mirror off too. I don't like that. I only use that for backing up, of course. So it's Thursday today as I'm recording this, Thursday afternoon. We are almost to the weekend, guys. Anybody got any big plans? I am going down to Austin, Texas. Of course, I live in Dallas, so that's about a 200-mile drive for me. 3 hours in the car. But I'm going down there to watch Game 5 of the Penguins-Rangers series. Penguins have a 2-1 lead. They play Game 4 tonight in New York. So they'll be back in Pittsburgh for Game 6. Excited, man. I like the way the Penguins played the other night. Kind of sleptwalked through the game on Saturday. The Penguins never seem to play well in the Saturday afternoon games. I don't know what the hell the deal is, but man, they were just a pack of zombies in Game 2, and it came back to bite them in the ass. They're on their rookie goaltender right now. They replaced Jeff Zatkoff, who played Game 1 and Game 2, with rookie Matt Murray in Game 3. He won, and he was pretty sparkling in that. Made a couple of huge saves. Just all around a much better game. So we'll see how they do tonight. I'm excited, man. I absolutely love playoff hockey. Now, you remember a couple of episodes ago on American Truck Simulator, we broke down the playoff predictions. Man, some of those predictions are not coming true whatsoever. Particularly Chicago is on the brink of elimination to the St. Louis Blues. They could actually get eliminated tonight in Game 5. St. Louis holds a 3-1 lead in that series. So I'm kind of looking like that one couldn't be more wrong, but hey, I'm loving that. I'm sick of Chicago for many, many reasons that I'm not going to get into here, but it's kind of time for somebody else to advance. And the Blues are don't exactly have the greatest track record in the playoffs the last couple of years, but it looks like they might be knocking off the defending Stanley Cup champions in the first round here. Anything can happen. And of course I predicted, it's going to start to rain here again. Let's go ahead and turn the wipers back on. I got a ticket for not having my lights on the other day, so I'm going to go ahead and turn those on as well. This guy, I don't know what the hell. This is that same van. This is where I'm talking about. You got to be careful passing. The trucks are so squirrely at this high speed. This is the exact same situation the other day when I kissed the guardrail and cost me like $20,000 between the repairs and the money lost on the delivery that I was carrying at the time. It was just a disaster. This guy has no load at all. Go ahead and get by him, and we can get back in the right lane. Well, anyways, I was saying the other series that I completely whiffed on here was LA getting past San Jose. I think San Jose is up 3-1 in that series, 3-1 or 3-2, I can't remember. So the Kings, both Western Conference powerhouses, look like they could get bounced. I gotta get slowed down here. Could get bounced in the first round. But hey, that's all right. And of course, the local team, the Dallas Stars, look really, really good. I think they're up. God, is it 3-1 or did the Wild win last night? I don't even know, guys. I don't pay that close of attention to the hometown team here. I know Florida and New York are knotted at 2 games apiece, so I kind of expected that one to go the full 7 games. But anyway, the point, I don't want to get sidetracked on the NHL here again. I'm going down to Austin to watch the playoff game. I'm really excited about that. Austin is a very unique town here in Texas, which is, of course, traditionally a very straight-laced, conservative kind of state. Austin is kind of the anomaly to all that. It's very artsy. It's got more of like a liberal mindset. Not that I'm not trying to get all political here. I really couldn't care less what their mindset is. But I've never been down there. I've been through it, but I've never stopped in Austin, so I'm really looking forward to checking that out. Seeing a different part of Texas. I work from home. I do my graphic design business here from the house, and so there's a lot of times when I don't get to leave the house, guys, and it gets pretty annoying. So it'll be kind of nice to get out, stretch my legs a little bit, actually get in the car. Maybe have to actually put gas in the car for a change. I know these are all good problems to have, but still. Turn that off, I think. I find myself wanting the G27 to have more buttons lately. I want to map everything. Don't you dare pull in front of me there. Just not enough buttons. You look at the G27 wheel and you're like, oh, look at all these buttons. You've got 6 on the wheel alone. You've got another, let's see, 8 on the shifter button. But you end up mapping. There's so much stuff in this game as far as controls between the wipers, the cruise control, the HUD options available to you. Of course, you run out of buttons much faster than you think. Not as bad as Flight Simulator, where there's literally hundreds of different switches and buttons, which is why those SciTech panels come in so handy. I've actually tossed around the idea of maybe trying to use the SciTech panels in American Truck Simulator as well, just to see what happens. I haven't gotten around to trying that yet, but it'd be nice to have some more switches and buttons available to you. You can map the engine start key to the start button on the SciTech panel. There's all kinds of cool stuff that could be done there. Really raining. Yeah, we're good on fuel. We shouldn't need to stop and fill up on this trip. Gotta apologize for the audio quality on the last video too, which was San Diego to Jackpot. We were hauling office supplies. I posted it yesterday. Had some issues with the mic. Audio came in really hot, so I apologize for that. Was not happy with how that one turned out. Hopefully this one is much better. As I've said before, this whole broadcasting thing is a work in progress. We're learning on the fly, and we're learning together. So any feedback that anyone might have, if there's certain things you like, if there's certain things that you hate, let me know in the comments below so I can kind of adopt and morph this. It's a very organic process right now where not just the YouTube channel, but the website altogether, the podcast, everything, it's just all very much a work in progress. So any feedback that you have is appreciated, whether it's positive or negative. Really good time here. Probably gonna have to stop and rest, but man, we've already got this chip down to 270 miles. We're already halfway to our destination. It's gonna be a short trip, but it's high value cargo, so the money is going to remain pretty good. I think there's like $20,000 for an excellent delivery here, which is what we strive for. Have I mentioned how much I love this paint scheme? The outside view. Better go back in the cockpit for the curve. Oh shit, this is down to 55. I am speeding. There was a cop right there too going the other way. I can't believe he didn't get me. Cruise. There we go. Yeah, it can be pretty terrifying moving this big truck loaded up, especially in the rain and high traffic. And this isn't real high traffic, but there's enough of it. When you factor in guardrails and all that stuff, that concrete border there, it can get pretty terrifying going 75, 80 miles an hour when you got a load on the back. These guys are gonna clear here. I really love the weather transition that you get here. I mean, look at that. We just went from really crappy weather to bright sunshiny day. I love it. Really helps break up any monotony that the game would have. I've almost got enough money stashed away now to maybe even to pay off my loan. I still have that $400,000 loan that I'm paying on. Just as I say that, the loan installment went out. But I mean, I'm getting awfully close. I think at $130,000 is what I have left of that. We're coming up on a cloverleaf that's going to take us south here. It'd be nice to get that paid off and not have that $5,000 coming out of my account every single day. We're getting tired. There we go. Learned our lesson last time, so we will find the first possible rest stop and we will get some sleep. Love using that Jake brake. Alright, let's go around the curve here and see what it looks like. Hard to do at that angle, obviously pretty tough to drive. This is where that extra 150 horsepower really comes in handy, you know? Now that I took that sun visor off, I'm having a hard time getting adjusted to having this much open cockpit. It's weird. Is this guy gonna brake? Is he gonna brake or is he just gonna merge? Yep, well, that's exactly what I would have done in his shoes, so. Yep, I know. Although I definitely wouldn't have let off the gas as soon as I merged, like he is doing right now. Pulling into Sacramento. I don't think the construction zone going south. There's one going north, I know. Slow those wipers down a little bit. We don't need him going wide open. He is getting off. We are not. Let's go ahead and get into left lane. We are good to go. Sacramento downtown area to our left. Let's see, 55, gotta slow down just a little bit. We're good right there. 57, we'll set our cruise and we are good to go. I'm going to be playing around with the mods here. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start taking a look into that because I'm looking for some kind of way to mix up the variety of the game a little bit. I want to try some new trucks. More than anything, though, I want to get more authentic sounds. Because I watched some of these videos of other guys playing the game. I can turn the lights off, too. We don't need those on anymore. Here, we're going to get off here and rest at that rest stop. But I like the way that their game sounds. You know, stuff like the turbocharger whine is more authentic. The Jake brake sounds better. The road noise too is another thing that there's some really good mods out that make that better. Some cool traffic mods. There's just all kinds of stuff there. It just feels like the game. There's so many unopened doors for this game that I haven't checked out yet, and I really want to explore it. I want to get the maximum, I want to get the full American Truck Simulator experience is what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay, it's a good idea that we got off there. Rest up here. Looks like a motel maybe, or a hotel. Alright, this isn't ideal because these are a pain in the ass to get in and out of, but confirm that we have plenty of time to deliver the load. Yeah, 19 hours to go. We're cool. Hop the curb there a little bit. Sorry. Wait for the chime. There we go. Shut the engine off. Let's catch some Z's. Just like that. And we woke up to a rainstorm. And a lot less. Well, yeah, a couple extra bucks there. The other drivers are pulling in some income. Start the engine. Go ahead and hit the lights. I think we're going to need full speed wipers here to... Oh, Tina T, only $864? What the hell? Yeah, so breaking news today. Prince is dead. What the hell's up with that? That was kind of out of left field. I don't know exactly the circumstances of what happened to him, but Prince is dead. Minnesota's most famous musician, I would say. All apologies to Soul Asylum. It's a joke. Obviously, Soul Asylum is pretty forgettable. Although Grave Dancers Union is a fantastic album. Oh shit, I hit the edge there. We made through it. Didn't damage it, did I? Nope. We are good to go. So yeah, David Bowie and Prince already in 2016. Been a rough year for famous musicians. Never been a big fan of Prince's music, but I do admire the hell out of him because he does not give an F what people think. If he wanted to leave the house wearing whatever, he just did not care. He just did whatever he wanted. So you got to respect somebody that is willing to just throw it all out there. He just doesn't care, or he didn't care. So you got to respect that. There's no doubt the guy was definitely a very talented musician. His type of music just isn't what I'm into, but you got to respect the talent. Same as Bowie. I mean, I wasn't a big David Bowie fan either, but you got to respect the talent. It's kind of funny because the two are very similar in how their influence expanded way beyond their music, you know? Oh, I got to slow down here. Yeah, definitely both are cultural phenomenons. Both were in movies. A couple of unique guys that will be missed. Doesn't seem to me like Prince is that old, but I suppose he is. Certainly is aging well. Or was, I guess. Alright, here's our exit. Hang a right up here. Looks like we could have rested here, but God only knows if we were going to make it this far. Why take the chance? We found that out the other day on our trip to Jackpot. Rest when you can. We don't need fuel. We've got a half a tank. We are good to go. I just moved the rain slider, the probability for rain slider up like 2 notches, and I think it rains at least half the time now. I know I've seen some people on forums and stuff gripe about that a little bit. I can understand why. It does seem to rain quite a bit. I have no idea where we are right now. What are you doing? Okay, he's turning. That'd be good to hit the cop, I guess. Hotel California, look at that. That's pretty clever. Talking about dead musicians, Glenn Frey died this year too. Worse than the Eagles. I've never seen the Hotel California in this game before, so that's pretty cool. There's also a Bates Motel look-alike that I've seen a couple of times. I haven't been this way for quite a while. Alright, we gotta pay the toll. Pay the troll toll. $25? We can afford that. Let's get out of here. Look at that paint scheme. Man, that's job. Somebody on Twitter the other day said it's Optimus Prime's little brother. And I can see that. Of course, I naturally prefer, being a child of the 80s, prefer Optimus's old version where he was just red and he was like cab over. Those Michael Bay movies are terrible. First one wasn't bad. The second one, where Shia LaBeouf's college girlfriend, and if you don't want Transformers 2 spoiled for you, please mute me right now. Spike Witwicky, played by Shia LaBeouf, is off at, or Sam Witwicky, rather, is off at college, and his college girlfriend, who's got the same complexion as like an orange, turns out to be a Decepticon. They're just fooling around in his college dorm room, and all of a sudden, you know, she's like, you know, she transforms, and she's a robot. So now, apparently in Michael Bay's Transformer universe, the Decepticons can mimic, like, actual people? What kind of bullshit is that? It's just so stupid. I was done with that movie at that point, although I did finish it, but I was completely checked out. That movie's really, really bad. I've seen bits and pieces of the two that followed, but I'm not going to spend any more. I think they're still making that crap, too. I think the last one had the Dinobots in it, but I just assumed it was going to be terrible and it would ruin them. So, I'm going to hang on to my childhood memories of how awesome Grimlock was in his animated form. You guys, if you want to go see Michael Bay, you can go check it out. I ain't going to judge anybody for that, but I'm not going to it. Wide. We don't want to damage the load. It's really raining. Are we in the... Is this where the deliveries happen? How close are we? 18 minutes. 28 or 18 miles. Only a half hour to go. We're in San Francisco right now. Which is, of course, where the Game Block Trucking Company is based out of. Yep, coming up here on the left. Looks like we're delivering this to the shipping yard. It was a dark and stormy night in American Truck Simulator. What the hell time is it? 3:30 in the morning. Got here. Alright, we are gonna hang a left. Drop this load off, collect our money, shut her down for the day. These loads, that yellow car in the middle is pretty cool. Kind of foreign sports car. Exotic. Alright, pull in here, and drop this off, see where they want it. Where do you guys want this? No, I'm definitely not trying that, not wedging that thing in there. I've been trying to occasionally try and make the more difficult park, but it's usually pretty ugly, and honestly I don't want to be filmed or recorded doing that because it's embarrassing. Of course, I did just record a video where I crashed an airplane about an hour ago, so I'm not above embarrassment. I landed it, but the goddamn thing just wouldn't break, so I ran right into like a grove of trees in Hawaii trying to land that. Why is this not getting in here? Get it up against the edge, apparently. There we go. Detach. Are we excellent? Of course we are. 546 miles. It took us 21 hours and 18 minutes. Burned 91.6 gallons of fuel. 749 XP, $15,000 in our bank account. Pretty solid day for the Game Block Trucking Company. Alright, that's all we got for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Let us know in the comments what is working and what is not. Throw us a like if you feel so inclined.